And hello, and fantastic to see you all again. We're so enjoying having your presence in these classes that we're offering to you by video. I'm Jacqui.
I'm Debora, welcome back.
For the Dance for Wellbeing team at Belconnen Centa. So this is our last opportunity to take you on this travel and transport journey for this season. So I think we've got some old favourites in store for you today. Well, they're old favourites for ours. We hope they're old favourites of yours as well.
Yes.
And before we get started, the regular reminders. Check your chair, make sure it's firm and stable, that you've got space around you to be able to move. If you're standing, then make sure that the carpet or whatever it is that you're going to be standing on is smooth and not going to be any kind of trip hazard. That you've got water beside you. And what else?
And of course, as always, the most important thing, dance with the body you have, pace yourself, slow down, take the challenge, and especially enjoy your time with us as we are enjoying our time with you. So yes, let's go.
Let's
start. So
right.
Traveling, and this song is a celebration of the entire world we live in. So what a wonderful world. It will be our warm-up song to start with. We will be doing some deep breaths like this and maybe gathering some nice energy and send it up. We might be looking around the world so that we get a nice gentle twist. We might be doing some movement with our ankles, lifting or not the legs. And for the rest, I am pretty sure you can follow me. So let's go and celebrate this wonderful world we live in. Very good. Let's breathe in and open our arms to the side. And go forwards. Gather nice energy from the earth and send it to the sky. And now look at one side. And the other side. What a wonderful world. And arms down. Let's do one circle with one ankle. Second, reverse. One. Second, other leg, other foot. One. Two. Reverse. Let's think about our wrists and do circles. And then let's bring one wrist up and one down. Stretch one side of the body and back to the center. Other side. Circles, nice and gentle. Two directions. Side stretch. And back. Hands on your lap. Shoulders. Circles. Back. Other side. Reverse. Up, over, down. Up, over, and down. Let's stretch one leg. Gently, gently. First little stretch of the day. There you go. And in. Other leg. Coming back. Let's open our arms again. Go up, gather the energy from out. Pass it through the body. Ascend it to the earth. And open to the sides. Yeah, very good. Good start.
It's so lovely to get moving, isn't it?
It is. It's always very, very good.
So we're going to go back to something that we did right at the beginning of this set of classes. It's Billy Joel doing The River of Dreams.
Nice.
Yeah, it's one of my favourites. I thought I'd bring it back for this class. So we're going to start just by one heel and then the other. And when you put the heel down, see if you can let it go so you feel the ricochet up through your leg. Then we're going to do a bit of drumming.
Nice.
Play a piano. I'm sure Billy Joel won't mind if you play piano with him. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Then the chorus that comes back several times. We're walking in the middle. So we're just finding that middle line with one hand and then the other. Bit of sleepwalking. And then up the valleys or up the hills and down the valleys. And there's a bit of a breath. And then scoot back down and up. Let's do that again. So we go all the way up, all the way down like the Big Dipper. And come up and catch and... Then we're going to look one side and center, the other side and center, look up and center and down and center. Reach down, expand out and bring your hands back in together again. So we do that, I think it's about 3 times. In between, we've got a whole bunch of different kinds of walking. So the first one is a shoulder and a foot. Well, that's what I'm going to do. But you might find your own walk, whatever you want to do. The second one, I'm going to do fingers on my shoulders and elbow and knee out and in, other side and in. Now maybe you might say to Deborah, you do something different if you want to. And then you'll have 2 things to choose. Oh, great idea.
Or I can go diagonal.
Yeah. And the third one, I'm going to put one foot forward and the opposite hand. Have a bit of attitude. Make it a bit silly if you like. So I think that's all we need to know. We have a bit more piano playing somewhere in the middle there.
Very good.
Okay, so feel your feet on the floor. Feel long through your spine. Release your shoulder blades down your back. Keep breathing as we started to with Deborah. Thank you.
Nice.
So let's do heels. Heel. Feel that movement all the way up through your legs. We add some drumming. Oh, I want to jump faster, don't I?
Yeah.
And here we go with our hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sleepwalk. Way up. Down and catch. Back in. Woo! Look, 1 and the other. Straight up and down and wide and narrow. One of those funny walks. Find something that works for you. 2 count pause. 1, 2, 1, 2. Up. Way up. And look, 1. If your heels want to go like mine feel like they do, let it happen. And another funny walk. Four clicks. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep through the jungle of down. And look, somewhere different this time. Wide. And now. Do the middle again. 1, 4, and piano playing. Where is that piano? How about a piano playing with your feet? Feet and hands. And we have a different walk. Six clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep through the desert of the truth, to the river so deep. Look wherever you like. Under your chair. One more middle. Now walking. Any kind of walk that you'd like to do. And bring yourself all the way back home. Yay!
Yes.
Very nice.
Nice wake up. Yeah, second warm up. More energetic. Can you feel it? I do. Especially the piano part when I'm a jazz pianist and I'm doing anything that I can because there's no rules. I'm just improvising. Well done. Have some water if you need now. Take a sip of water and get ready for our lower limbs exercise. Again, a revival like from our beautiful repertoire of dances that you certainly remember because I've used this one several times. It's still my favorite. I can't help it. So we are going around in bicycles with Queen. So let's go through the movement material again to refresh our memory. And you know that I like to juxtapose and change things. So it is never exactly the same. So be careful. So we lift our heels and then point and down, here, 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 and then we do the connected movement. So before it was structured in different sections and then you just peel off the floor, yeah? Then we have the scattered movement. I usually say front and back because the legs do this and then they go in and then this and then they go in. Today, I want to try to go a bit more funky, and we're going to do this, a bit of a jazzy style. And actually, we did something with Jacqui, so you should be prepared. And then other side, back, and then go side, and make it your version, you know, and then side, yeah? Then we have also, at some point, other circles like this, like, you know, the wheel of the bicycle, yeah? As this one. Then there is a moment where we are going to race. So we pretend we jump on a bicycle and we're going to start going. But today I want to also add this. And then if you can reverse the circle with the hands, that would be good. And then there's a moment where the music changes and we hear those crazy bells, like bicycle bells, of course. And we really want to articulate the hands. So you really want to grab the bells, yeah? So think about the action of grabbing with your hands, and of course they are all over you, all over the place. Then we release maybe the arms and we try to squeeze bells off the floor to make them stop, yes. And then if we can, last moments, we try to match upper and lower, so that it's very, very crazy. And then another classic movement for this dance is hold yourself on the chair, engage your core, and we cycle with one leg at a time. So we do this big movement on this straight line where you show your heel, and then at the last moment you point your toes. See how you go, one leg and the other. And then by the end, I'll try to put in a reverse cycling, 3 times usually, yeah? And there's also a bit of a forward movement with the torso and back. Okay, a lot of elements, but let's just have fun and dance this wonderful dance once more. Bicycle, let's go. So we start excited like this and we bring that ricochet movement that Jacqui is talking about in our lower limbs. Yes. And faster. Yes. Ready and 1, 2, 3, 4. Other 1, 2, 3, 4. Push away, fast. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, front and back, in, front and back, into the side, in, other side. And torso, repeat, and 1, and good. Side, in, other side, good. Down, and cycle with one leg, and 1, 2, 3, and forward torso, other one, 1, 2, 3, from the top, and half point, push, down, in, another one, good. Now we push, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, and let's circle. Circle, very good. Other side, circle. Circle, reverse the circle. Wow. Beautiful, there you go. Other side. On your marks, breathe in for this one. And forwards, one, arms up there. Catch the bells. Drop the arms, legs. Oh, arms and legs. Crazy, jump on the bicycle and go, cycle. Reverse the circle with the hands. Go, 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 push. And pose. And sharp. In, other side. In, lateral, other side. And pull the bra. Other one and one. Good. 2 and 3. Side, other side. And forwards. Reverse the cycle with one leg. 1, 2, 3. And forwards in and 1, 2. Good one. And half point. Half and down. Other 1, 2. Very good. We are at the end. We push away. Push away. And stop. 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 And close your hands. Yes. This is a good one. This
It is
one
a good
pushes,
one.
eh?
Good for the brain, good for the body.
A lot of brain. I have to manage to remember exactly what am I doing. Yeah. But good on you. Anything you've done, it's great. Yeah. And just have fun because it's a fantastic, happy song. Like really interesting. So thank you to Queen and Freddie
Yes.
Mercury.
Yes, and
Great
have a
voice.
drink if you need one.
Yes, please do. Now's the time. All right. Good.
So again, we'll play with Doris Day again because we had fun with this one last week.
Absolutely.
And it's probably a nice bit more gentle after our
after
our
race.
crazy bicycle races.
Yes, for
So
sure.
to remind you of the movement, we're going to start with our wrists crossed, palms facing you, and very easy circles. And we start as soon as we hear the music. So even though you're probably thinking fingers, wrists are moving, elbows are moving, shoulders are moving a little bit too. So let all of the joints of the arms have their opportunity. And we go back the other way. Just notice whether you find one way more easy than the other. And we take a big circle. Today, can you notice what your spine is doing? So as you're circling your hand in front of you, as if you are washing that mirror in front of you. Let your spine bend one way, bend the other way. This third one, the elbow comes behind, so we're twisting. And then as the palm comes up, you're curving your spine and twisting. Don't worry about what you're doing, but see if you can really let your spine go there. And the other side, so spine moves, spine moves. Reach out. And we're lovely and vertical here. And then one arm comes up and over, and again you're bending and twisting, and take your head forward and bring it in, reach forward, so navel comes in, up, navel back to the chair. That's it, good. We do the circles, 1, 2, 3, 4. Reach out as far off, you might find one hip comes off your chair, or not, see what happens. Walk your fingers, bring them into your chest. Circle, 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 walk, and hands come into your chest. And we need the sevens, don't we?
Oh yes, we do.
7, and palms come together, and here too, let your ribs move. And 7, and let your ribs move. Let's punch up to heaven this time, lift your chest way up to the sky, and count all those fingers on the way down. Make sure that you haven't forgotten any. All right, so let's go on a sentimental journey with the amazing Doris Day. Bring your wrists crossed, palms facing each other, palms facing you. And here we go. And the other way. Check that you're still breathing. One big circle. Let your torso move. Arms out to the side. Fill up that space. One arm up and over. Reach. 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 Open. Up and over. And reach. And reach. And reach. Let's just do those circles again. Other way. Now get ready to draw circles on the tabletop.
Gonna take a sentimental journey.
Go as far as you can.
Gonna
Catch your hand
my heart
and bring it in. Other side.
Gonna make a sentimental journey to renew old memories.
And circle.
Got my bag, got my reservation. Spent each time I could afford.
Let your eyes
Like
follow
a
the hand that's
child
moving.
in wild anticipation. Long to hear that all.
Here comes the 7.
7. That's the time we leave at 7. I'll be waiting up at
Punch up to heaven.
heaven.
Stretch up. Count your fingers.
Every mile of railroad track that takes me back.
Arms out.
Never thought
Up and over.
my heart could be so yearning.
Stretch.
Why did I decide?
Stir up the air around you.
Gotta take that sentimental journey. Sentimental journey home.
And wrists together again.
Sentimental.
Can we take the arms higher? And let them fly out away from each other. Well, doing that amount of torso work, it actually isn't a very quiet dance at all, is it?
But it's beautiful, and actually the starting movement is lovely, lovely, lovely. It was a long time that I was not doing this, so it's good that you brought us back. Very nice. Okay, well, it's now time to explore the sitting to standing. Again, I went into my file of songs and exercises, and I picked up one that I particularly loved because of its visual creativity. This song is, the title is Lungomare, which means seashore, and that's where I would like to travel now. And you know, to be close to a beach, and there's a nice sunshine outside. It's warm, not like now, because it's cold. So we transport ourselves in time and with our creativity and imagination. So we are through this dance creating a story. Yeah. So we start. With me by standing. With Jacqui, you can go in a seated version. So we are going to come up here. Actually, now let me go back. Sorry, I'll reconstruct the exercise. Sorry, we start sitting and then we go back behind the chair. Yeah. So let's start seated. We imagine we are walking on the beach. Yeah. And then we find our spot, which is in front of the sea, yeah? And we plant an umbrella on the one side, and we open it, and then we plant an umbrella on the other side, and we open it. Then we have a bag, so we really want this upper body movement to be used now. And we take out some sunscreen. Put the sunscreen all over the body, yeah. And we go for this nice squeezy, juicy movement all over the body. Then we need our sunglasses. So we have maybe another bag. Put the sunglasses on. And then we have our hat. We do big gestures because it's quite theatrical, and we put the hat. Yeah? And then we start just imagining we're walking. So we lift those legs very happily. Yeah? Then we need to get ready and to prepare our body for the next time we're going to swim into the water. So we might be going forwards like this. Then we lean back. We lift our legs. We paddle. We try how we're going to go with this. Good. Then we go again forwards and back. And we might be doing open and close, or it's kind of a frog. See how you go. That's a tricky one.
Maybe I'll do it on the floor.
Yes, exactly. Always pace yourself. And then maybe we are going to, swim. When you are in a very high water, you just need to stay on top of it. So you basically do like a paddle like a dog, no? So that will keep you up. And then once we warmed up, we start going forwards. We're almost ready. And then we're going to go, almost there. And then we're going to really go up and stretch. And then we're going to walk. And in this case, we walk around the chair. And then once we are behind the chair, let's see how much music we still have left. We are going to touch the water and stir the water. And also on the other side. And maybe we're also going to add, a stroke of the arm. And on the other side. Yes, this is the dance Lungomare we're going to do today. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, we walk on the beach. We look around. We found our spot. And so we plant an umbrella. We open it up. Other side. In. Open up. Get your bag. Pull the sunscreen out. And start putting all the sunscreen all over your body. Side by side. Legs. Back. Make sure you cover all the bits and pieces and the face. Good. Okay. Now, sunnies. Up, in. Now, hat. Big gesture. In. Okay, let's try to pretend we're swimming. And back. Paddling. Good. And back. Swim again. And back. Crossing. And back. And back. Let's float on water. Yes. How wonderful. You're amazing. You're going to do that soon. And forwards again. Back. Let's do it. Let's try to reverse. Let's see how we could float reversing this movement. And leaning forwards. And suspension. Up. And down. Now we go all the way up. Nice stretch. Let's get ready. Start shifting your weight and we walk in towards the water. Touch the water with one leg, with one arm. Other side. It's nice, great temperature. And then let's just dive in. One last big movement. Whoosh. And off you are into the Mediterranean Sea. Paddling like a doggy. Awesome. Well done. Well done. Very good.
I think imagining going places is almost as good as being there.
Yeah, it is almost
Almost.
the same. Okay.
So last week we did a bending and stretching to a song called Walking Back. And I thought we'd play with that one again.
Very good.
So if you'd like to come to standing, thighs over toes, and bring yourself up. And then we'll come behind our chairs. Actually, remember last week we started beside our chair. We'll do the same again. And this time we had our hand on our hip before. Just see if you can take your arm somewhere else, wherever you'd like. Change your mind. Let your hand mirror what your foot's doing. So we're going to walk and walk and walk and just 4 walks and then swish, back, third one and fourth one, we come together and then walk to the other side of the chair and walk and do those swishes again, ya bum, ba-bum, and together. Come behind your chair, and we've got hips, shoulders, and if you'd like to, depending on how much support of your chair you would like, you might turn yourself around, maybe part way, and then come back again. So today in those hips and shoulders, in the knees and elbows, in the fingertips and toes, if that's there for you, invite yourself to change your direction as much as you'd like. When we get to the bending and stretching, we've got one foot off and down. Maybe I'll come here so you can see. One foot and down, the other foot and down. Just one bend today, bend and stretch, and then two rises, up and down and up and down. When we come to the part where we go extend your leg, and you use your arm if you'd like, and out and in. I'm holding on to my chair, that's what that is. Out and reach and out and in. And then we go out and like a suction cap of your foot and your hand, push off. And we'll do some pushing off on one side and some pushing off on the other side. So it's if you're melting down to the floor with the sole of your foot, imaginary with your hand, and then push off. I think that's all we need to know.
Awesome. Very good.
So let's do bending and stretching, balancing, and some weight shifting. Feel your toes, your heels on the floor.
I'm walking back on hallowed ground. Been feeling I'm gone too long.
Swish.
I'm holding on to strands of fog
Back.
that reach to where I
Back.
came from.
And walk to the other side.
All I've learned
Like the floor is sticky.
from falling in.
And swish.
All this cold is not my friend. The lies are going deep within.
Shoulders, hips. Turning if you'd like. Let it be quite gentle. Come to parallel. One foot and the other. One bend. Stretch. Two rises. Slowly up and down and up. Very lovely. Elbows and knees. Hold the chair if you need to. End up with your legs wide. One heel, other heel. One bend, two rises. Toes, fingers. Paint through the space. Find yourself back, parallel. Leg extend, press, up, other side, out. Go again. Feel the space beside you. Now one leg, squelch, squelch. And again. Come back to the center, other side. And parallel. Walking. One bend. Two rises.
Aim is not that I should win, but play until the game.
And let's stand on one foot. Can you lift one arm off the chair? If you can lift both, go ahead. Woo. And change. Stand, lift one foot if you'd like. Maybe one arm. Maybe the other arm. And come down. Fantastic. Give those legs a shake.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know about you, but that tune stays in my head. So enjoy singing it for the rest of the day.
Very good, well done. So now it's time to get creative, a bit more than what we actually already have been doing with Jacqui. You know, when she mentioned connecting the fingertips and the toes, or the elbow and the knee. Maybe that can emerge in your next creative dance practice. So I'm bringing back one of my favorite soundtracks, L'Acmé, Les Fleurs, very old soundtrack. And the suggested idea is that we've been traveling back, maybe back to a meadow, where we become the fleur, the flowers, and we blossom. The idea is for us to practice this both sitting and standing. So I like this interplay between changing levels. So I'll start seated, and the idea for me is to start blossoming from the hands, very simply and symbolically. So the hand is the seed, it might be in the earth, and then up to you which way it travels to emerge from the soil and open and blossom and reach and grasp the sunlight and eventually feel the air outside. And you can explore that with the other hand. Then what I like to do is to think about an entire arm, and that maybe side of the chest that opens up and expands. So for the other side, and then finding my way maybe up to standing, I'm going to grow all together. And then using the chair as a support, I can explore different ways. Maybe I can really use the chair in a different way today, and maybe that point of connection is where I am, you know, inside the earth, and then from there I wind out and I go into another interesting different shape. The idea is to really explore the actions of closing, contracting, opening, expanding. And that's all we need to do.
Okay.
And have fun and enjoy. Good. Find a starting position. I will be seated. And I will start with my hands. So my hands are my seeds. You can do one hand or two, up to you. Feel they pushing through the earth, finding the way. There's water, there's stones. And then they reach, they merge, they sprout from the surface of the earth, and they grow beautiful under the sunlight. They feel the wind, they feel the connection with the ground, and then there's a contraction again. And maybe is the arms now closing in, maybe together with the head or not. Feeling close, contract, and feel that energy now from any point starting to grow from inside a body part, and then pushing through in different directions and reaching for sunlight, gathering oxygen. And then, as I sometimes say, going back to sleep, the night has come, so there's again a contraction, a rest, closing in. Maybe for those who are ready, we can stand. Find your way to push gravity against gravity. Feel that all the body maybe is growing, the body is reaching, is expanding, and waving gently out, feeling the surfaces of the body, capturing sunlight, feeling grounded as well, on your chair or not, and closing it in, and find a different way of interacting with the chair if you want. Growing, maybe the legs are the other plants. You follow the leg, the rest of the body is the root. Feeling the light on the leg, the sun, the heat, finding a different position where to start and explore another body part, maybe the other leg if you haven't yet, or maybe the entire side of the body. Use the chair to support you. Open your eyes. Feeling the air, feeling the sun. Maybe it's the arm and the leg waving. And whenever you need and you feel it's time to close and then reopen, find your own rhythm, find your own pace, and witness the different shapes that you are passing through. Maybe you're growing from the back of the spine, from the base of the spine, from your neck, from the top of the head. Breathing, reaching, expanding, contracting, closing, and pausing wherever you are. Notice the shape of your body. Feel the shape of your body. Find that gravity point and then let it go. Yeah, I love this song. I like to be a flower. I really like to be a flower. Thank you for coming along with this little journey. Very good.
I can't think of a clever segue into the next song, so we're just going to stand up.
Let's do it.
And again, this is one that we did early on in this group of classes. We're on the Marrakesh Express.
Oh yeah.
Maybe there's flowers on the Marrakesh Express.
Yeah,
I'm not
possibly.
Sure.
Possibly.
Going from Casablanca to Marrakesh. So, we're going to start behind our chair. Just a little bit of feet weight shift beginning. And then we're going to take 3 steps, and I'm going to turn a quarter of a turn. 1, 2, 3, change my mind, take 4 steps. 4. And reach out as far as you can from that gravity point that Debora was just talking about. Forward and side and back and side. And then return to the chair. Other way. Walk, 2, 3, 4. Go forward and side and back and side and return to the chair. So when we were doing the bending and stretching, we were squelching down into the floor. It's really the same kind of thing here. We're just being clearer with the directions. We also go side and I'm crossing behind. If you're sitting, you might want to cross in front. It's kind of a bit easier. And side and together. And I'm trying to use as much space as I can. Side, holding onto the chair, as you wish. If you want to use your arm, you can do that. And we've got a sweep back and in. Just so I can show you sideways. Sweep the floor and in. Sweep the floor and in. Again, in the standing and bending and stretching, we did the same sweeping movement. So we're not doing the forward part, we're doing the backward part. And it has a little nodding of the torso as well. We've got a side, 2 each side, quite slow, and then 4 fast ones. I think we're set to go on our exotic journey. So let's hop on board the Marrakesh Express and have a fun and fascinating journey. So just transfer the weight from one foot to the other. And here we go, 4 walks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Front, side, back, side, chair, other side, 4 walks. Front, side, back, side, all that again. Walk, and front, side, back, side, return, and 1. Side and cross behind or in front. Side, cross, side, other way. 4 walks. And sweep back. And sweep. Like a bell, out to the side.
I've been saving all my money just to take you there. I smell the garden in your hair.
2 quick ones. And we walk to the side again. Forward, side, back, side. Other way. Side and cross behind. Other way. 4 walks. Side and cross behind again. Other way. 4 walks. And sweep your foot behind. One more each leg. And then find your own train. I think mine's gone off the tracks. And we've arrived.
Very good. And actually, there were flowers on the head of someone in
Oh,
the
that's
song.
right, they were.
So
There we
that's
go.
where they were.
There's the segue.
You see? Very good.
Flowers in her. I should have. No, flowers in her.
I'm just joking. I just heard, oh, yeah, flowers. You see? Anything will do, as
That's
long as
right.
we dance. That's the key point. So now, approaching the final phase of the session, we're going to use another song that we've danced together, I guess, once at least. And it's again to the beautiful voice of Judy Garland, one of my favorite singers. I always loved her. The song is about smiling. So we travel in the past maybe with this song, but it's so relevant for any time of our lives. So the idea is again creative, and I'll do it standing, whereas Jacqui can provide a seated version for you. You can play with standing, sitting, change your mind halfway through, up to you. But with this dance, I'll go behind the chair or, side, behind side, so that I have enough range of motion with one body part, and then I might go with the other. The idea is simply to create and trace beautiful smiles with different body parts, and then allow the movement just to happen. So wherever, maybe let's say the first example will certainly be a nice smile that we do with our hand. Well, then where can that hand then go? Then we might trace a nice smile. What? Maybe we can use a shoulder. And in which direction is the shoulder tracing the smile? We have a lovely back of the spine, How can you do that with your sacrum? How can you do that maybe with your heart? Or with your knee, or with your ankles, or with your foot, or the entire leg, or your nose, or your ears, or as many body parts you can think about while you be dancing. So just enjoy, and especially, most of all, put a nice smile on your face, because that will help very, very much. Thank you, Jacqui. Yes, beautiful. So let's get familiar with the movement, and we use a hand or fingertips. And start tracing your fingers.
Though your heart is aching, smile.
And then let that go wherever you want.
When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by.
See whether you want to change different body part, maybe the other hand.
Through your fear.
And where does that go? How the rest of the body is moving in relationship to that body part.
You'll see the sun come shining through for you.
I always cue you in, so I suggest head if you want.
light up her face with gladness.
Many smiles, tracing smiles everywhere.
Follow a tear, maybe ever so.
Let's go to that base of the spine or your hips. Smiling hips, happy pelvis, different orientation of the smiles, going into circles, figures of 8, semicircles, spheres, and the rest of the body connects and follows gently. And remember your feet, your legs, it can be the knee, the hip. Smiles. Many smiles in different directions. Happy legs, happy feet, happy hips, happy knees. Make sure you give each leg a chance to dance. Beautiful. Use the floor, use the air. Use your heels, use your toes, use your shins, use your thighs. And of course, let's smile with our hearts. Center of the chest, or maybe our belly, happy bellies. Torso, lovely gentle movements. And there's a clap for us all there. Yes!
Very lovely.
Wonderful.
So that brings us almost to the end of this series of classes. And again, thank you so much for being part of it with us. And we're going from one beautiful voice to another. I thought we'd finish with some Norah Jones saying, "Come away with me." So we can, in our imaginations, we can all go now to wherever we would like to go with the person or people that we'd like to go with. So just follow along. Thank you. Just sway. Look at how mobile your spine is now. Reach out with one arm.
Come away with me in the night.
Other side.
Come away with me and I will write you.
And keep your palms together. Big arc up and over.
Come away with me.
And reach forward with one leg. Keep going forward with those fingers.
Come away where they
And rest your hands down towards your leg.
with their eyes.
Bring it back in.
And I want to walk with
Palms
you
find each other again. Up.
on a cloudy
and forward.
day. In fields where the
Stretch
yellow
out.
grass grows
And
behind. So won't you try to come away with me
And bring yourself in.
on a mountain top.
One arm down.
Come away
Big arc up and over.
with me and I never stop loving you.
And return. Other side. Take that hand onto the opposite side and twist yourself. Look behind you. Come center hand that was behind onto its opposite leg. And return. Bring your chin down to your chest. And look up to the sky. And then one ear down towards the shoulder.
So all I ask is for you to
Other
come
side.
away with me in the night.
And up. Give yourself a hug.
Come away with me.
And expand out into the space. All those different directions that we could possibly go.
Wow, beautiful.
We've arrived.
We've arrived. Welcome. Great. Well, thank you. And give yourselves a clap. Let's
Yes,
give ourselves
yay.
a clap.
It's been such a joy working with you through this set of classes.
A wonderful experience, and we hope we gave you a good time each meeting, and that you are having a good time there at home and keeping fit and happy and dancing. That's the most important thing.
And we look forward to seeing you, actually seeing you sometime,
Yes.
hopefully very, very soon.
We are really very much looking forward to do that. So take care, stay well, stay warm, and see you in the future.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.